grill, marinated with my roots. Let's on the real, Memphis 10 stick to ribs. We got the skills, spend our last $2 on the kill to make a meal. A piece of how I grew up. That's on the grill, marinated with my roots. That's on the real, Memphis 10 stick to ribs. We got the skills, spend our last $2 on the kill to make a meal.
I feel how I'm bragging rights. So, like I said, ain't nobody in Memphis got more Memphis music than me. I wish somebody would. Unless they was born here, and they've been, collecting music. But I'm saying digital.
Downtown, uptown, big bitches with some gold grills. That's why I got 'em in my mind for me good. Barbecue, good freeze, blow smoke out for falling kids.
Yeah. Memphis 10, born and raised, north side of town, bitch from the Bay. Grew up on skinny pimp, gangsta, black and flying. Can't forget Paul and Jay. I'm the only white boy that can handle the M-Town. Ask anyone around, they would say he's been down since 98. I've been spitting facts on all tracks, and I'm never gonna bow to no clown. I'm always grinding, riding shotgun right now in a Cadillac. Wife driving, hustle mode, and she got the GPS set to the bag. I'm hoping to wish Memphis would just listen. We got problematic areas in the system. I ain't one to brag. I done broke some laws, but there's some motherfuckers out here straight bullshit. I miss the old Memphis.
What going? It's your Fayro. Yeah. And we in here, as you can see, it's a family affair. We got some amazing food prepared for y'all. We got some amazing conversation prepared for y'all. I am your host, Fayro. Yeah.
And I am Symphony.
Symphony, stamped by Cymph, you know what I'm saying?
Stamped by Cymph, get it
stamped
right.
Stamped by Cymph. Yeah. And we got a very, very special guest that we're gonna introduce in just a second, you know what I'm saying? But y'all see him. So stay tuned. Welcome to another episode of Welcome to the Cookout. Let's eat. Yeah. What one? It's your Fayro. Yeah. Welcome to the Cookout. We're about to get this thing started. Hey, look, I'm your host, Fayro, but let me tell you who this gentleman is sitting over to my left is. All right, hold on. Today we have a special guest who's a staple in the Memphis community and communities alike. He's planted seeds, planted footprints all over the country. He's a Navy veteran. He's a cancer survivor. He's a businessman, a nonprofit, a mentor, a father figure. He's a host, an event coordinator, a leader. He's definitely a part of the heartbeat that is Memphis, and I definitely say he is family. I present to y'all CL Tim Williams.
You way too kind, but I so definitely appreciate that.
I appreciate you,
man.
I appreciate you.
That was clutch. That was clutch.
It was clutch. I appreciate you saying that. You know what I'm saying? That means a lot. It means a lot that you're here actually sitting with me. It's been a little minute since we've been able to see each other.
2019, like this, but we've seen each other since then. But like getting down dirty and personal. Yeah. 2019.
2019. Yeah. That's because we've been both putting in this work around here. No doubt. Yeah. So where you from? You're originally from Memphis, right?
No, Cincinnati, Ohio. Wifey from Memphis.
Wifey's from Memphis. Yeah. Okay.
I'm a River City man, though.
Okay. Yeah. Definitely. I definitely say that. How long have you been in Memphis?
On and off since. What, 1984?
Okay.
Then I made Memphis my home in 2006 and ain't left since.
Okay. Before we go along, before we go any further, I'm slipping. Let's bless the food so we can enjoy the food and enjoy the conversation as well, because we like to eat while we're talking. Ain't no shame in our game.
Oh, no doubt.
Let's do it. You want to do the honors?
I'll go ahead and do that.
Yes, sir.
Let us pray. Most kind, loving, merciful Heavenly Father, we thank you for this time of fellowship. Most importantly, we thank you for the safe trip up to Union City from Memphis. We thank you for this blessed food that's before us. We bless the hands that prepared the food, and I know that you will. It is in Jesus Christ's name that we pray. Amen.
Amen. I love it. So yeah, go feel free to dig in, get something to eat.
Oh, ain't no shame in my game.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make sure I eat civilized. So I ain't gonna eat like Unc usually eat. Cameras rolling, but we gonna make it do what it do.
But that's what we want though. Like, we want just those natural cookout vibes. You know what I'm saying? How you would be just sitting talking to some family that you probably haven't seen in a while. We catching up, you know, and we just, you know, spreading those vibes. Shout out to Cymph's Kitchen though. This curry rice and this Cajun cabbage.
You know, I do my best. I do my best.
Symphony got them hands. And I ain't just talking about boxing gloves, but I'm talking about the pots and pans, you know what I'm saying? So what was it like growing up for you as a kid? Where you from?
Cincinnati was different, you know. So I came up during the civil rights era. Things wasn't like everybody thought it was, you know. I mean, the black stayed on one side of town and the white stayed on one side of town. There's certain parts of Cincinnati that you can be in, but you better be gone by sundown. So it's totally changed now. As a matter of fact, I don't even know my way around Cincinnati.
I just read something about that. They was talking about that. It's a certain type of town. Was it called a sundown town or something like that?
Yeah, those sundown cities. Like I always make sure every time I go to Cincinnati that I stay in Blue Ash. Because back in the day, thank you, Symphony.
Thank you,
back in the day, Blue Ash was a sundown town. So I make sure now that things ain't the way it is, that they see me. You know what I'm saying? I always make sure I get my hotel in Blue Ash.
Yeah.
Blue Ash used to be one of those sundown towns, you know, like around Cincinnati. Kind of like what Germantown used to be for here. Like certain days back in the day, we weren't supposed to be in Germantown unless we was, you know, doing some kind of service job or something like that, or we get escorted out. Same type thing. You know, Germantown ain't like that no more though.
Hey, we free now, you heard me. We out here, we doing it, we putting those footprints, like I said, he's a person who plant those seeds, who put those footprints in the ground and paves the way, you know what I'm saying, for me. He paved the way for me, he paved the way for other artists, not even just artists, but other business owners, other community members, you know. He definitely brings people together like glue, so that's a reason why I'm honored to have you here. And from what you were telling me how your childhood was, for you to overcome it and not like become like bitter but more proud is a blessing. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like you're still proud of what you've been through, but what you took from that, and then what you're able to do now, what you fought for, and what you're able to do now. Like you said, so I can go get that hotel where I want to go get that hotel at. You know what I'm saying? I can go get a house where I want to go get that house at. You know what I'm saying? Because I am somebody too.
No doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt. I remember that Jesse Jackson, I am somebody. I still rock with that to this day.
Yeah.
I think I just posted that a couple weeks ago too.
Okay.
Dig in the archives and pull things up like that, because you know the young folks think that it's always been that way.
No, you put us up on game on a lot of stuff. I be paying attention, and especially like even with the when Hanukkah comes along and you teach us about the different days and what they mean.
Yeah,
Kwanzaa, yeah.
Yeah, those 7 principles I live by. I mean, the main 3, Umoja, Ujima, Ujama. I mean, the other ones are dope as well, but again, those are the ones that will make us rich and make us powerful. You know, we got to have that unity. We got to have that cooperative economics, and we need to just, you know, network and do the things that we're supposed to do.
You know what I mean? He had me give this to the judge, yeah, okay? You're free to go. All right, thank you very much, man. Hey, if you don't have any money you better go get you one, okay? Immediately, repeatedly, yes. Get y'all some business. I got more business to attend to. Thank y'all very much for y'all time. Immediately, yes.
Kinfolk, young black entrepreneur. You want this but won't work, you a entrepreneur. See, you want to enjoy the money, clothes, and toys, but you don't want to endure what it takes to have more. Gotta dream while you awake, and faith without works is dead. You gotta speak what you seek until you see what you said. Gotta keep something in your head that's gonna keep your family fed. You want $1 million, better go and get you one, just like the chorus says, yeah.
Collective work and responsibility. Those are my main three. But like I said, they all dope.
Yeah, I believe in that too. I believe in that. I do my best. It's not always as smooth, as easy. You know, all the relationships aren't as tight as I would like them to be sometimes, but we definitely try to put that hand out there and that foot forward to move in a positive direction. For sure, for sure. All right, what kind of foods did you eat growing up?
I mean, my mom cooked a lot of food that I thought was Southern until I really got to Memphis and get some real Southern food. But you know, we had greens, oxtails,
Okay.
you know, things of that nature, homemade meatloaf. You know, we grew up in the good time days when meat was scarce.
You
My
speaking
mama
my
can
language
take,
right there with that meatloaf, yeah.
most definitely. My mom can take 5 pounds of meatloaf and feed 7 kids. You know what I'm saying? And then have leftovers the next day.
Okay.
So yeah, it was dope.
7 kids.
Yeah, it was 7 of us, 3 boys, 3 girls.
3 boys, 3. Okay.
Yeah.
It was pretty even. Big family, big family. So I get a sense of that's where that unity kind of comes from too. You know, you had the big family, so you're used to pulling together larger groups.
Yeah,
of
we
people.
grew up close. Me and my sister were the last 2. Yeah, we grew up close.
Okay. That's a blessing. That's a blessing. Okay. So you're a businessman. You're a business owner. You own an organization called Always Giving Back, and that's a nonprofit, right?
Yes, indeed.
Tell us a little bit
baby.
about what Always Giving Back is, because you always giving back for sure. You always giving back to the community. Knowledge, whatever you can do to help, you always giving back. So how did that get started? What is Always Giving Back?
Always Giving Back was born through things that I did when I was in the Navy. Every time we would be in a duty station where I was stationed at, we would always do things like repair playgrounds, adopt a school, tutor, things of that nature. So when I was about to retire, when I came here in 2006, I founded Always Giving Back basically that same year. It didn't become a nonprofit until 2014. But we were doing things like a nonprofit, but we didn't have none of the perks.
It starts with an idea, and then it transfers to the paper.
Most definitely.
Okay, so what were some of the struggles that you faced actually turning it from an idea to paper, to legit? You know what I'm saying? Starting a business, like what are some of the struggles that you faced to make your organization successful?
Well, the administrative side of the house was kind of easy for me because I've always been a good administrator. So once I decided that I wanted to do a nonprofit, getting everything lined up and everything like that, that was pretty easy to do.
Okay.
The struggle was money. Everybody wants it, but nobody wants to contribute. Everybody wants to be sponsored. Everybody wants, you know, you to help them with their endeavors, but nobody wants to pour into you. I mean, it's a lot better now, but still, that's still a struggle. You know, like I said, if everybody just incorporated Umoja, Ujima, and Ujama, we would all be better off.
And that's where I was kind of getting at too, with like, all the relationships aren't as smooth as they could be or tight as they could be or as we want them to be. But all we can do is just keep leading by example, you know, and that is a struggle in the business. Like you said, the administrative side of it is fairly simple if you know where to look and what to fill out and everything, but you can get lost in the paperwork as well. Do you feel like it's designed like that on purpose?
It is, especially for us, because they don't expect us to take the time and do the research to learn how to find the loopholes and the hidden money.
Because it's like, oh, I get an LLC, and it's like, oh yeah, you got an LLC, that's cute. You know, but do you have, you know, your business tax? Do you have like all of these other paperworks in order? Because you'll get one and then it's like, oh, I got to do something else, or I got to do something. It's like they're trying to deter you. But like you said, you just got to keep pushing.
Most definitely, especially when it comes to limited liabilities, LLCs. It's always smart to get you a little policy. You know what I'm saying? Because you just never know what's going to happen. Even though nothing may never happen, you had a limited liability insurance, and it's relatively cheap. I've had it since Always Giving Back has been a nonprofit. Okay. And basically, it's really cheap. It's less than $30-something a month. Okay. Yeah.
Hey, dropping bombs. Hope y'all paying attention out there. This is what I'm talking about. I love to have these type of conversations to where I can learn something, we can learn something, the viewers, everybody can learn something and be like, oh, that's what I've been, that's something that clicked for me to make me go out and take those steps forward. You
Most
know?
definitely, and if you can afford it, just pay it the whole premium for the year, and it's a little bit cheaper. But it's from 30 to 35 or something like that. But again, everybody don't have it like that. But again, if you can get that full amount and just get that premium paid for the year, you don't even got to worry about it to the next year, and just continue when you stack those coins to put some to the side for your administrative costs. Because if you're a nonprofit, you have to do your annual reports that cost. Also, if you're a nonprofit, also make sure that you put in for that tax exemption. That way, when you get your supplies, you don't pay no state taxes on that. There's just a lot of things that just go into this. But we're not gonna make this about that. But I'm glad to drop a few bombs on that. Drop a
make sure
you're
saving your money too with the tax exemption. So when you're making your money, you got your tax jar too that you able, when tax time come around, you safe. You know what I'm saying? They ain't coming trying to seize nothing, or you know, we got a whole like Wesley Snipes situation.
Since you said that, I'm gonna drop one more nugget. Keep your documentation, all the things that you need. At least try to keep at least 10 years worth. At the end of every 10 years, you can destroy them, shred it or whatever. Or if you do everything PDF, you can just go ahead and delete them out of your terabyte drive.
You're talking receipts and everything.
Receipts and everything. Because you have to do a budget at the end of the year and everything like that. They want to see what donations in kind you had come in. If you got any grants, they want to know. They want to know what your expenses are. So if you lie and they decide that they want to spot check you or whatever, it's going to really, really behoove you to have those receipts.
That's what they call audits. For sure. Yeah, I appreciate you dropping them nuggets. Like you said. Hey, what you thinking about the food there?
Oh man, the food is, and I mean, Renee know when I cook something, she says, "Eat a little spice." So I like spice. The spice is right.
Yeah. We got the Cajun cabbage, the curry rice, and the chicken is like a Memphis Panamanian blend. I got this sauce that I get from Pops. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Pops. You know what I'm saying? That he has these peppers in it and brings out this distinct taste, so gives it that Panamanian flavor.
Yeah, I noticed the rice even has like different little peppers in it.
Get you a symphony. Those memories stay with me forever, forever. The things you say stay with me forever, forever. I wish to have this feeling forever, forever. It seems you keep me waiting forever, forever.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's some things you enjoy about running your organization?
Anytime I see that I can help somebody get their endeavor off the ground, that's a plus. Anytime I can see that when people actually listen to me and they start to, you know, flourish, they start to thrive instead of strive. Like, striving is good, but when you get to thrive, that's THRIVE. That's what we want. We want you to be able to just be able to put one foot in front of the next, and that way, now you're opening up doors for other people. You're not just striving, you're striving. So again, when you listen, when people drop knowledge, because I always say this, and I tell Renee this all the time, and I'm gonna stop doing it. The game is to be told, not to be sold. But I've been giving the game away for free for a long time. So those days are really about to come to an end, because a lot of people that I've given the game to for free, they have not benefited from it because they don't listen. So I'm gonna stop giving the game away for free.
Yeah. You know, that what it's in the Bible that, you know, you're supposed to go and spread the word, right? You're supposed to spread the knowledge. But if they're not listening, if you just...
You don't throw your pearls before pigs.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You dust your feet off and wash your hand and move and go to the next city or to the next ear or the next heart that's gonna be willing to accept that information.
No doubt.
Yeah, that's why I stopped doing a lot of like music preaching online, because it's like you can be a musician and you haven't received any royalties because you're not taking the free knowledge that's being given to you. So I just saved that for us.
Man. Let's give it up for this conversation, because we've been dropping some nuggets like unsaid. We've been dropping some forks into this food. It's amazing. Shout out to Cymph's Kitchen again. Shout out to our sponsors, to our family that we have in the building today. CL Tim Williams, you know what I'm saying? We're always giving back a nonprofit. Shout out BD Art Design, you know what I'm saying, for helping us with the visuals, designing all our artwork and some of the product that you see with the flyers and so forth and so forth. All right, okay, it's time for the hot plate. Ooh. I'm gonna ask you a few questions, some familiar, some not so familiar.
Okay, let's go.
Don't overthink it, but take as much time as you need, but you know, just try to answer what comes to you.
All right.
The purpose of these questions is to invite the audience to know you better as an artist and as a person. All right, you ready?
Let's go.
Let's go. All right. Morning or night person?
I'm a night person.
You're a night person? Okay, so you don't like to wake up early in the morning?
I wake up early, but I'm not really that social in the morning, so I'm a night person. I wake up early, but
Me too.
I don't be wanting to talk for a minute, you know.
I'm with you on that. Hot sauce or ranch?
Hot sauce.
Cymph over there with you with the hot sauce.
Hey, hot sauce.
Okay, sweet or savory?
Sweet.
Sweet, yeah, I got you. YouTube or books?
Books, because I'm old school, you know. I came up when there wasn't no YouTube, so it's always gonna be books.
Okay, I tell a lot of people though, you don't sleep on YouTube because you can't learn
YouTube
a lot.
is dope in a short amount of time.
In a short amount of time, but one of our past guests, he brought up a good point. He was like, he preferred books over YouTube because YouTube has a lot of distractions as well. You know what I'm saying? So you can learn a lot, but then you got ads popping up, you got, you know what I'm saying, all these different suggestions and stuff like that. But when it's a book, it's like you're
Most
just
definitely.
directly linked to the information. You're reading it, you're doing it, so you're creating it in your brain versus, yeah. I got you. Ideal vacation. I know you had a lot of them, so basically which one was your favorite?
For me, I just like driving somewhere and then just kicking it with people for 3 or 4 or 5 days. It doesn't really matter. It could be Virginia, it could be Florida. We can go to St. Louis, we can go to Birmingham. You know, I try to stay away from Atlanta and Nashville because too much traffic. But again, I enjoy myself there, but I can't stay there too long.
Ooh, that traffic is crazy, but Atlanta is nice too though. Like in every place that you named, like they're nice.
Chicago, crazy traffic too, but I enjoy myself when I go to Chicago.
I haven't been up to Chicago yet. I haven't been there. How is the culture there in Chicago? I hear a lot of people.
Chicago has it's a melting pot. I mean, it depends on what side of town you go on, you know. If you go to North Chicago, Waukegan area, it's different, you know. South side, you know, it could be a lot like Memphis, you know what I mean?
And I was about to say, a lot of people do reference Chicago like in Memphis in the same boat.
Right. Well,
but Chicago is
kind of the same kind of flavor. You know, I'm just saying a living, but you know, they style of music is just a little bit different, but everybody
But they
is
are big
incorporating
on
Memphis.
music there.
Yeah, but everybody incorporating Memphis style music. You know what I'm saying? The beats, you know, the syncopation, the flows. You know.
Oh, definitely, man. Like Memphis has influenced a lot of the music culture. Of course, I'm from Memphis. I'm heavily influenced by Memphis artists. I always give like 3 6 Mafia they flowers. Yo Gotti, I bump Yo Gotti to all of them. You know what I'm saying? Kia Shine. I was able to work with him recently. You know what I'm saying? And that means a lot for me because I grew up listening to Al Capone, Lil White. These are people that I'm fans of. You know what I'm saying? And for me to be able to work with them where I'm at now is truly a blessing. So yeah, for sure. Okay, think about this for a minute. You might want to take a couple of bites while you think about this. Your top 5 R&B artists. Think about it now. Top 5. It ain't got to be in the order.
Stevie Wonder, Luther Vandross.
Stevie Wonder, Luther Vandross. He said easy.
We was listening to Stevie the other day.
Yeah.
You got Stevie.
I got 3 more, but it's on many. So I'm really gonna try to get these last 3, but Stevie and Luther, my top 2.
Great.
Angela Winbush.
Okay.
Just listened to her not too long ago. I'm gonna go ahead and throw in Ledisi. That's my girl.
Lexi. Okay.
Ledisi, yeah. And I'm gonna go ahead and throw another female in there, Leela James. That's my 5 right there.
Leela James. Okay. All right. I don't know all of them. But I know
Probably
we got
before our time.
we said what?
I said probably before our time.
Oh yeah,
Leela James and Ledisi. They will be more considered what people call neo soul now, but to me it's R&B.
It's R&B.
Yeah.
They straight singing.
We agree. We just had this conversation with a friend of ours too, BDR. We was like the 90s R&B, you know what I'm saying, and backward, that's like the best R&B. And then we feel like the hip hop kind of became better. And not taking away from the hip hop of the 90s, but like the 2000s. And
Like for our generation, like we was a little bit more hype. We was more into like the, I guess you could say like electronic type sounding.
Right. So even if you, like I said, you threw a couple names that I didn't know, you got great taste, so I already know that it's, you know, so for those of you who do know who we talking about, y'all over there like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, great. All right. What we got? What would be the name of your biopic or of your TV show?
Dropping Knowledge with Uncle CL.
Hey, I'm gonna go watch that right now.
Right, that's what they like. That's what you are now tuned in to Dropping Knowledge with Uncle CL. Hey,
that's dope.
I like that. I had to take a bite of that chicken, y'all.
I ain't even cooking chicken yet, so I think I'm gonna.
Here we go. I'm nervous.
Oh my goodness.
Been trying to get them out here for a while now. Like you gotta taste this food. You gotta taste it.
That smoke and the herbs and spices.
I appreciate that.
Different, unique, dope.
Yeah, so it's a Memphis Panamanian blend.
And Caribbean with the different types of spices.
Yeah. Shout out Pops for the secret sauce, you know what I'm saying? He still don't want to give me the full recipe, but I'm gonna figure it out. Okay. Dropping Knowledge with Uncle CL. What's your overall favorite style of food? So I know you say
I'm gonna say Southern because when I grew up, all the stuff that I used to run away from, it wasn't cooked right. I mean,
like beans.
All I knew was what I had.
Ooh, you
but
made
once
a
I
point.
came down this way, when I see how stuff's supposed to be cooked, that's why I say Southern style.
You made a point there.
You mean like beans and greens
Right.
and the stuff that a lot of people don't like to, like red beans and rice and stuff. They might get it from Popeyes and be like, I don't like that, but it's like, nah, you ain't never had it.
You ain't never had it for real.
Yeah.
I agree with that because growing up as I got older to be able to make my own choices, I started to notice that. That was the biggest. A lot of stuff that I didn't like growing up, but I'm like, oh, I do like okra. I do like squash. Or you know what I'm saying? I still don't really eat pig feet. I don't eat pork anymore, no way. But I couldn't really get with the pig feet growing up, though. But
I can't say that I'm pork free because I do eat pork every so often. We might do a pork chop every so often.
Yeah.
What else we do? We might do ham, but Easter.
Yeah, like a holiday.
Whatever, yeah, but like far as like having like a bunch of pork in the house at all times, you know, maybe some bacon or whatever, but
yeah, something like.
But other than that, we ain't
not the slabs though, not the pork button and all that every day. I got you on there. I got.
Not like it was growing up, cause even up north, doing what I call the good times days, you know, like the late 70s or whatever. Pork was always cheaper than chicken.
Yeah.
You know, beef was always sky high.
Like
so we
it is
had
now.
Same now.
we had a lot of pork, you know, growing up.
Yeah.
A lot of pork.
Great point. Favorite color?
Blue.
Blue, nice. Favorite movie right now? What you watching?
Yeah, my favorite movie still is gonna be
pick two, like your favorite of all time, and then like your favorite up to date, like what you watching recently.
Okay. Well, Sinners. Because it just came out, and then I think that's dope. Just because they dropped so many nuggets in it, and they so many hidden things that a lot of people still trying to figure out watching it again.
They did. I was telling Cymph about every time I was like, message.
And if we got to reach back in time, I'm drop this classic on y'all. New Jack City.
Oh my God.
Like New Jack City.
I can see that.
It had a lot of stuff in it that was dope. Like I wish I can create something like Wesley did without the violence, though. You know what I'm saying? You know how dope that would be. We all we got, right?
Yeah, but it was painting a picture of how it was. You know what I'm saying?
Almost definitely.
And dropping knowledge on some people.
Most definitely.
In other areas that didn't know, like, you know, this is what's going on out here. So that's important. Right. That was important. But it's definitely possible, I think, now to showcase that without all the violence, because we have came a long way,
Most definitely.
as a people and as a human race, you know. But there's a way to tell it.
Yeah. The way they fictionalized it was dope, but in reality, though, the real Nino Brown was from where Bobby Brown didn't live at, in out of Roxbury, you know, Boston area. That's where that really happened at. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But the real Nino Brown was from Boston. A lot of people don't really know that. So I read about Nino Brown like when it was like really happening before they made a movie. Just like what's going on now? The big thing now, BMF. BMF. I mean, I knew about that when it was actually happening too, because you know we was young and bumping the music and stuff like that. That was all going on like around, I'm gonna say mid '90s to late '90s. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like Freaknik days and stuff like that, when Atlanta was like becoming the Atlanta that we know now. Because, you know, Atlanta didn't really get to be bumping really until after they got the Olympics. And then after the Olympics, Atlanta just blew up as a mega city.
Okay.
But that's when a lot of people weren't really keeping up with them. But that was the biggest, you know, black drug syndicate, you know, in the United States during that time. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they reached a lot of places. I think that I'm glad that the people that actually helped 50 Cent put this out there is putting it out there, but it still only really touched what they really did. But
they're
it really gives
missing
a good
lot of
idea.
Information, a lot of great information that should be out there. I get what you're saying. Okay. Right, that's what you see. I like talking to you.
I mean, like I said, I was living when this was going on and like keeping up with it. You know what I'm saying?
That's wisdom. That's what I'm saying. That's that wisdom, and that's what living life is all about too. You know what I'm saying? You got to get out there and see stuff and, you know, experience life. So when you do, you know, become older, you have things that you can look back on and be like, hey, I remember that. Look, this is what really happened. You spreading on that knowledge like a living book. You know, you're an open book for real. But they can't take that away from you. No AI, nothing can take away your experience. You know, so I'm digging that.
True that. This is Unc CL Tim Williams, and you've been tuned in to the Cookout.
How do you deal with oppression or being picked on or bullied?
When it comes to bullies, which has had occurred in many decades, I avoided them. Again, I tell her stories like this all the time. don't tell me where you're gonna beat me up at. I'm gonna beat you up at 4 o'clock on the playground. Where at? Like, cool. Go home a different way. You feel me?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So I avoided a lot of fights coming up, but again, my father always taught us, you know, you don't start nothing, but if somebody start with 2, you finish it.
Yeah.
He also told us don't be arguing with nobody.
Right.
And he said, if somebody get within 3 feet of you, he said, you're gonna hit them first because if you can hit them, they can hit you.
Yeah, that's that
So
bubble.
that's what we was always taught that.
Yeah.
And I never like to get dirty or get holes in my knees. So
I can tell you
if
always
I hit
clean.
you,
Yeah,
if I hit you, I'm gonna keep hitting you and hitting you and hitting you and hitting you. And ain't no such thing as a fair fight with me. If it's a brick or a stick or whatever, that's
Yeah.
it.
So
So I want to get it over with quick.
Yeah. So pretty much just gauge what's the level of defense that I have to use at this moment, you know what I'm saying? Like fight or flight isn't just for one person or one thing. Like something you want to say choose your battles. Sometimes it's good to just walk away. Like it's not worth it. It's not worth it to argue. It's not worth it to, you know what I'm saying, even get into their altercation. But, you know, they get into their bubble, what we call their bubble, they knock that chip or that whatever that is off your shoulder, then it's like, all right, you doing too much. You might have to fight. And
Yeah. Pops used to put me up on game. You sit and watch people argue. You throw the punch, you do it.
Oh my God.
Like,
Yeah.
you know what, boy? One of them scared, the other one glad of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
I mean, what is it? It's just,
one
it's just
scared, the other one glad
Yeah,
of
most
it. Yeah,
definitely.
yeah.
I mean, if you're gonna hit somebody, you're gonna hit them. You know, you
Yeah.
ain't gonna announce it. You just gonna do it.
You gonna do it.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Like you said, don't tell me where you
right.
want.
If you're gonna tell me you're gonna beat me up on the playground at 3 o'clock, I'm going home a different way, and the playground gonna be way over here, and I'm going home the back way. You're not gonna even find me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
And y'all gotta listen. This is even deeper than the playground. You know what I'm saying? The playground is life. And I'm
most definitely.
even
Symbolically.
Say,
Symbolic.
this is the system. You know what I'm saying? So you have to know how to deal with bullies. You know. So yeah, we're gonna rise on that one. Hey, 300 years old. Live to 300 years old in your prime, or $1 billion right now.
I'd rather live to 300 years old in my prime.
Yeah.
You know, longevity is good because,
Yeah.
I mean, I have a rich life, and I mean, I can make other people's lives richer,
Yeah.
you know, just by being there because I will have seen some things and experienced some things that I can tell them about what they don't even got to experience it. Only if you listen. But people don't listen, you know, like they had a Kanye mentality. You can't tell me nothing.
Yeah. I feel that. I said the same thing. 300 years, you know what I'm saying, in my prime, so I can be able to touch more ground.
You know how much
touch
money
more
you can make
people.
in that time, though?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying,
And
you
I'm
might
just-
be to make more money than that.
Yeah, more
in
than 300
years.
billion. That's true. 300 years? Come on now. I'm with you. See, finally got somebody on my side, but not taking away from the people who would pick the billion, because I can see where they're coming from too. They would take that to improve right now, because who can't use $1 billion right now, you know? All right. How do you celebrate? And when do you celebrate? So like, when do you choose to be like, oh, it's celebration time, and then what do you choose to do to celebrate?
Well, technically, every time I wake up in the morning, I celebrate. But what I do really celebrate, is living another year. I mean, I don't like want to have a birthday party or nothing like that, but I mean, that's a celebration. You done made it like, you know, around the sun another time when it basically have to wake you up that day. That's always a celebration but for me, every day I wake up, I celebrate, you know, quietly to myself or whatever.
Like, oh snap, we made
love
it
that
on the
answer.
wake up list. Hey.
Hey, let's get it. Let's rise. I love that. How you feel about politics?
I hate politics. Even when I was in the military, I wasn't a politician. Like I said, one thing that kept me from getting written up or going to captain's mass or office hours, whatever you want to call it, you know what I'm saying, was I always knew the rules and regulations better than my superiors did. So I'll give you another example. I had a commanding officer who always wanted to be revered. Only thing you're gonna get from me is a salute. I don't have to call you sir. I just call you by your rank. Like,
Yeah.
what do you mean? Like, it's sir, like no.
Sir,
it's
captain. Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
I don't gotta call you sir. So I say, show me the regulations where I have to call you sir. And they get beat red, turn beat red. Most of them were white. And I have some brothers, you know, who actually became commanding officers that actually
Let the
felt
power-
like,
let the power go to the head.
yeah. And they end up needing something from you like later on. Most definitely.
Yeah.
But yeah, nah. I hate politics because, again, here's why I hate politics. I'm gonna say this right in the camera. You become a politician, that means you got to give up something or turn blind eye to something that you would not turn blind eye to ordinarily. So basically, that's selling your soul. And I'm not gonna sell my soul to nobody. Because again, right is right and wrong is wrong. So if you want to keep your comfort zone, you can become a politician and turn blind eye to the things that you know is definitely wrong. But again, remember, God giveth and he can taketh away. So why would you worry about what man can do to you?
I feel that. I feel that.
White one, it's your Fayro. Yeah. And you're tuned in to Welcome to the Cookout. Let's go.
Okay. You work better under pressure or you work better with prep time?
Actually, I can split the difference because, I mean, in the military, oftentimes we have to work under pressure without a prep time. But I would prefer prep time, but, you know, I guess I'm ambidextrous when it comes to that.
Hey.
I can do either one.
I like that. I like that. Okay. Do you feel like there's an age cap on having a mentor or receiving guidance?
No, not at all. Because I have older people who have told me that they have learned from me and they felt like I was their mentor, and vice versa.
Yeah.
And me too. Yeah. So you can learn from anybody.
Right.
So no, there's no age cap on, you know, a mentor-mentee relationship. Not to me anyway. You know, somebody else may have a different perspective, but for me, you know, it's not that open and closed. You know.
Right, because you, like you said, you can always learn from everyone. You can learn from a toddler just like you can learn from an elder or ancestor, you know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
I agree. What is your definition of art? Oh, take your time. No, go ahead.
I want to take this right now before I put the food in my mouth. To me, art is anything you do where you can express yourself, where other people can sit and enjoy it and draw their conclusions on whatever it is, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I mean, humming is an art, singing is an art, acting is an art, you know, drawing is an art. It's anything that somebody else can do that you produce, that you enjoy, that you put your creativity into.
Yeah.
And that's my Uncle CL generic definition of art.
Hey, I like that. Okay, so with that being said, what is your art? What do you feel like your art is?
My art is bringing people together. You know, I can bring people together. And I like that in the sense that, especially those who are like-minded, I'm gonna say I can bring those who are like-minded together, because a lot of people, if they're not like-minded, they're gonna pull down the hills, just like an ox and a donkey. They both pulling in opposite directions and not getting nowhere, you know what I'm saying? But I always think that I can always pull together like-minded people who trying to go in the same direction that I'm going in. And the direction that I try to travel in is always gonna be a positive direction.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
I like that. Well, hey, y'all heard it. Y'all experienced it. Y'all, well, you can't smell the food, you know what I'm saying, but you can imagine it, you know what I'm saying, and you hear the conversation, and the conversation is just as good as this food, you know what I'm saying. I appreciate you coming through. Anything else you want to tell the people? Let them know you got an event coming up, right? Let the people know about the events that you got coming up and what is connected to and how we can help.
All right. Let me wet my whistle real quick.
Oh yeah.
I have one big event a year. That's the annual Black and White Affair. It always occurs on the weekend of Veterans Day. Always on the weekend before or directly after. And what the Black and White Affair does, any project that I'm working on, it always supports that. When we first started it was always for St. Jude. Then we realized like everybody giving St. Jude money, so we kind of backed off from that. Then we started doing domestic violence and things like that. And then I come to realize that since Memphis had such a pandemic of homicide, that we needed to bring Parents of Murdered Children's chapter to, is that AI in the background trying to say what I'm saying?
Yeah. You know how it is when you're saying something powerful, but we ain't worried about
AI ear hustling.
Yeah.
But anyway, the Parents of Murdered Children chapter came about in 2020, and it was all due to the fact that we needed it. And the Black and White Affairs since 2019 have been dedicated to raising funds for the Greater Memphis Parents of Murdered Children's chapter. And again, what we do with that, we help people deal with the ills and the tragedy of losing someone to homicide, whether it's helping them to get resources to pay off money that they expended for burial expenses, giving them the access to have free or reduced counseling, things of that nature. And we have a monthly support group meeting every third Thursday of the month at the McFarland Community Center. And we also try to make it easy for people to at least get away and get a retreat once a year, whatever. Like this year, we're going to go, I think it's week after next, as a matter of fact. It's going to be in Atlanta, Georgia at the Georgia Tech Hotel for 2 days. And it's a retreat for people who just want to get out and be around other people who have experienced homicide. When I say experienced homicide, like lost someone to homicide, and how they're coping and things like that. That way people know that they're not in it by themselves. So again, this Black and White Affair is really based on that. All the funds are going to go to that. And every artist and everybody who is coming together for that always does it pro bono, because they know that they want to put on for our city. Memphis is our city. So that's the thing that I want to end with. I'm glad that you asked me that, and I really appreciate it, Fayro.
Oh, yes.
I'm about to tear this food up now.
Hey, go and tear that food up, and man, let's give him a round of applause, because listen to all the different causes that he's already contributed to, and the cause that this is for, and it makes so much sense all across the board. And I'm happy to have been a part of it, to be a part of it. So I'm happy to have you here. I'm happy to have my co-host Symphony Serene, to stamp this interview. You have been stamped by Cymph.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to wifey.
Oh,
who support me.
Shout out to, go ahead, shout out to the wifey. Go ahead. And, shout out to y'all for tuning in. Hope y'all learned something. Rewind it, watch this back, listen to it, take notes. And what we're gonna do from there, we're gonna rise. Yeah.
Come on this side, you can see. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. It's official now. You have been tuned in to Welcome to the Cookout. So we got Uncle CL Tim Williams in this team. Make sure y'all come to the Black and White Affair. When is it again?
Saturday, November the 8th, 2025, 6 to 10 p.m. at the Bombay Ballroom. Don't just meet me there, beat me there.
You heard it first. We rise. Yeah.
I'm gonna drop one more nugget.